everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Riverton Bay. This is episode 3, and today we're gonna do some residential expanding and pretty much start working on some suburbs right here. And these suburbs will be very LA style, I guess you could say. There are these SoCal buildings. This is just what I wanted to go for this area right here, and this is right next to the area we built in the last episode. And talking about the last episode, it seemed like a lot of you guys were upset of how I pronounced Los Angeles, and because I said it more with a Y than a G. And the reason for that is probably because I'm Swedish. So I'm sorry if I upset anyone by my pronunciation of Los Angeles. But hopefully I can improve. No, but it just seemed like a lot of people were annoyed by that. But who cares? Alright, so I'm just doing quite a lot of detailing here. Pretty necessary detailing, I would say. For like these driveways here, because I mainly detail just like driveways because these buildings don't have any driveways when I place them down, so it's kind of necessary to put some of those down so there aren't like cars and stuff parked on the grass, which I think is pretty obvious. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and it's pretty annoying to do these driveways, to be honest, especially where there's some terrain, where there's some like high difference. It is just very annoying to work with that, and I'm definitely gonna have to go into the asset editor and you know, sort of pre-detail these houses here, because I can't do this all over this project. Keep putting down driveways and that kind of stuff for these buildings. I cannot do that. That would just take way too much time. But actually, when this episode is finished, there's actually quite a bit of space already filled out, which may seem crazy, but when I look at it from above, there is quite a bit of space already filled in, and that is obviously because of the size of this map. It is very small, that is kind of motivating actually for me to see that I can actually do quite a lot of detailing and actually, you know, get some progress done, and not that it seems like, or to not have it be so it seems like that I will never be able to complete it, which is fun. You know, it keeps you a lot more motivated to keep working on it, and I quite enjoyed detailing these suburbs here. As I said, these are LA style, and I don't know if I'm putting myself in a box by doing these LA suburbs, because maybe it would look bad or look like weird if I do some other type of style of suburbs somewhere else in the city. I don't know, but I'm just really feeling inspired to do LA inspired stuff at the moment, and Los Angeles. I know that I'm saying it a little bit weird, but you will just have to deal with it. I don't know if I'm limiting myself with putting down these sort of buildings. I don't know, we'll see, because I don't want it to be completely like mixed up throughout this city. We just have like, there's the LA part of the city and this is the New York part of the city. Like, I don't really want it to be like that, but I think we could definitely find some balance, you know. There are those low residential houses by King Leno, which are fairly old at this point. I think we could mix in those somewhere, and I also want to work on like very like crazy subdivisions, because I have never really done that before. Just do these like super pre-detailed, what am I saying, like planned neighborhoods that you see a lot in SoCal. So I definitely want to do that, and there are some good assets for that as well, which is pretty exciting. But yeah, I want to do that, and yeah, but we'll see on how we do with making more suburbs for this city. But I'm getting into putting some more terraces next to the highway here. I just felt like it made more sense to put these sort of apartment buildings closest to the highway here, instead of just keep going with the what are they called, like one family or single family homes, whatever. So yeah, I thought it just would be a lot more realistic to put down these apartments here. And just making a lot of pathways here. I kind of need to get some more variations of pathways. I do have some like networks and stuff, but like they're so annoying to work with when you have slopes. And they also come with like concrete underneath them when you put them down, which is very annoying. And yeah, and I also got some sort of issue when I loaded up the save the other day. That's because I think it's something to do with the fact that I downloaded some like theme decals, something like that, and now all of my driveways are just totally glitching out, which is pretty annoying. But I haven't loaded the game since then, so maybe if I get rid of those theme decals and load up the game again, hopefully that problem is gone. But yeah, and that's pretty unrelated. But I kind of want to get into like do some stories and stuff for this project. I don't know if you watched Barrisville, that project I did. Maybe some of you have. But yeah, I want to do some stories actually for this project. And if you don't know what that whole concept was in Barrisville, basically I built something in an episode, and then I asked for viewer suggested stories for that build. So for example, an abandoned gas station, I built that, and then I asked if any of the viewers could suggest like some cool story for that building, and you know, sort of the history for it. And then people did submit comments and stuff, and then in the episode afterwards I had like a segment where I read those viewer suggested stories. And yeah, it was just pretty cool. It was nice having some more viewer interaction in the videos, and I've kind of wanted to get back to that ever since Barrisville somehow. And I think this could be a really good project to sort of implement something like that into. So I really kind of want to do that. I'm not sure what building I want to start with, because obviously Barrisville was like a small town, and it had like a lot of character to it, you know, a lot of abandoned stuff, and abandoned stuff is very easy, I guess, to come up with stories for. But yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work here, but we're obviously not gonna be able to have every single like gas station here have a story. So yeah, we'll see. But I will put down some like more abandoned warehouses and stuff in the end of this episode, and like a vacant lot with just like an abandoned lot. So maybe if you guys watch until the end, you will see when I put that down towards the end of this time lapse. Maybe that like open lots or abandoned lots, maybe we could get some sort of story for that. Maybe that could be cool. But yeah, we'll see. But I definitely want to start doing that. So yeah, I'm just letting you guys know. So yeah, if you have any opinions on that, please write it in the comments. But what I'm doing here is getting into building a high school, and I thought this was pretty fitting for this neighborhood. I thought it was just a good thing to fill out this area with, and yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Just a pretty generic American high school with a lot of sports related stuff to it, which seems to be pretty big theme in American schools. So yeah, that's what I did here, and yeah, I'm fairly happy with it. But yeah, alright, so I'm actually gonna mix up this episode a little bit more and not have it be like the last two ones where I just talk throughout the whole time lapse. I'm actually gonna let you listen to some music now, which I have done in my other projects, so I'm gonna sort of get back to that, because my mouth is getting very dry. Alright, so enjoy the music, and I'll catch you in a few minutes. Alright, so I'm pretty much done with putting down all of the single family homes. And I did actually like fill in another block just off camera, because it was just going to be pretty repetitive and going to take up a lot of time in the time lapse to just do the same thing. But yeah, I just put down a lot more of those single family homes with driveways and that kind of stuff. But don't worry, you'll see that in the cinematics. I just didn't include it in the time lapse. But I'm putting down another terrace building here next to the train tracks. I also just thought that would make more sense than continuing the single family homes here. And I do like how that turned out. I actually put quite a lot of trees and bushes and stuff around this terrace here, which I later changed, or I got rid of some of these bushes and trees here. I just felt like it looked too, I don't know, too green, I guess. I wanted it to feel a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know really the word for it, but I just wanted there to be less bushes and stuff around that building. So I did change that later on. But now I'm working on these like abandoned warehouses and stuff, and I think this turned out pretty cool, this area here. And I will soon get into working on that abandoned lot here pretty soon. So as I said before, maybe you guys could come up with a story for what was on that abandoned lot back in the day, before it got abandoned, obviously. and yeah, that would just be pretty cool. See if we can get some stories for that. But yeah, here is the abandoned lot that I'm currently detailing right here. It just has a lot of rocks and foliage and stuff on it, and some trash props and that kind of stuff. So a story for this lot would be really cool. But yeah, this is the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we did some decent progress in this one. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, that kind of stuff. Right, I'll catch you next one. Have a great day, and bye-bye.